It was a warm Saturday evening and the sun was dipping below the horizon, painting the sky a vibrant orange and pink. My husband Jake had been in a particularly adventurous mood lately, and I loved that about him. He had a way of making every day feel new and exciting, and tonight was no different. After a long week filled with work and routine, Jake suggested hosting a small get-together at our place with two of his closest friends, Ryan and Dee. As I prepared the house, dimmed the lights, set out snacks, and poured drinks, I felt a thrill of excitement racing through me. Jake had always mentioned how playful and fun his friends were, and I couldn't help but feel curious about what the night would bring. When Ryan and Derek arrived, the atmosphere instantly shifted. The laughter and playful banter filled the room, and the tension in the air was palpable. Jake, always the charming host, encouraged a few rounds of drinks, and soon we were all a little tipsy, the warmth of alcohol fueling our adventurous spirits. At some point during the night, Jake pulled me aside and whispered in my ear, "Why don't you pour a round of shots for us all? Let's have some fun." His voice was low and inviting, and I felt a rush of excitement at the suggestion. I gathered the shot glasses and filled them with tequila, noticing the way Ryan's eyes sparkled with mischief as he watched me. "You know how to get a party started," he teased, a playful smirk on his lips. We took the shots together, and as the night progressed, the energy in the room intensified. We laughed, played games, and the flirtation danced between us like an enticing melody. I watched as Jake and his friends exchanged looks, their chemistry undeniable. After a few more rounds of drinks, Jake stood up, waving his hands to get our attention. "All right, everyone, I have a fun idea," he said, eyeing Ryan and Derek. "Let's play a game of truth or dare, but with a twist. If you refuse to answer a truth or complete a dare, you have to take a shot." The announcement was met with enthusiastic cheers and laughter. We gathered in a circle, the anticipation electrifying the air. The game started innocently enough with silly truths and dares, but as the rounds progressed, the dares became bolder and the truths more revealing. Soon it was my turn. I felt a mix of excitement and nerves as I spun the bottle, landing on Ryan. "Truth or dare?" I asked, smirking, ready to see where this would lead. "Dare," he replied confidently, a glint of challenge in his eyes. "I dare you to kiss me," I said, the words escaping my lips before I could think twice. The room went silent for a moment, every pair of eyes locked on us. Ryan raised an eyebrow, clearly surprised, but clearly intrigued. "All right, I'm game." He leaned in, his lips brushing against mine in a teasing kiss. The moment felt electric, and I could feel the tension in the room escalating. "Wow, that was a bold move," Derek commented, his voice laced with amusement. As the game continued, I started to feel more adventurous. The alcohol coursing through me emboldened my inhibitions. I turned to Derek next. "Truth or dare?" "Dare," he replied with a grin, clearly ready for whatever challenge I might present. "I dare you to take off your shirt," I said, biting my lip as the playful challenge lingered in the air. Derek didn't hesitate. He pulled off his shirt, revealing a chiseled upper body. A few gasps filled the room, and I couldn't help but admire him for a moment. Before the night's energy pushed us forward, laughter filled the space as the game went on, and soon Jake's eyes glinted with mischief. "All right, sweetheart, your turn again," he said, his tone teasing. "Let's see what you've got in store for Ryan." "Okay, Ryan," I said, feeling a new wave of confidence. "Truth or dare?" "Dare," he replied, with a playful grin wagging his eyebrows. "I dare you to give me a massage," I said, feeling a thrill course through me at the thought. Ryan didn't hesitate. He got up and moved to where I sat, laughter ringing in the air. He began to knead my shoulders, his hands firm yet gentle, and I couldn't suppress a moan of appreciation as he worked the tension out of my muscles. The room was alive with playful banter, but my focus was on the heat building between Ryan and me. "Maybe we should switch things up a bit," Jake said, leaning back in his chair with a playful glint in his eye. "How about we add a little spice? After all, it's just a game." Right, I echoed, feeling my heart race with anticipation. I looked around the room, and the heat of the moment was almost overwhelming. Let's move to the bedroom, Jake suggested, looking directly at me. Let's see just how far this can go. The room erupted in excited chatter, and I felt a rush of adrenaline at the thought of what was about to unfold. The four of us moved toward the bedroom, the electricity in the air palpable as soon as we stepped inside. Jake closed the door behind us suddenly. The playful atmosphere shifted to something more potent, more intimate. Laughter faded, replaced by knowing glances and the palpable tension that filled the room. Ryan's gaze fixated on me as he stepped closer, and I felt my breath hitch in my throat. He leaned in, capturing my lips in a heated kiss. I reciprocated, lost in the intensity of the moment, the thrill of being desired. Jake watched, a satisfied grin on his face, clearly enjoying the scene unfolding before him. Derek joined in, pulling me against him, planting teasing kisses along my neck while Ryan kissed me deeply. The sensations electrified me, awakening desires I had kept locked away for far too long. I was swept up in a whirlwind of bliss as both men enveloped me in their warmth. Looks like you're the center of attention, Jake teased, moving to join us. He placed a hand on my waist, pulling me closer, and suddenly I was surrounded by masculinity sensations swirling around me. The three of them took turns kissing me, their hands exploring my body, igniting a fire within me that I had never experienced before. I surrendered to the moment, giving in to my desires as the night unfolded in ways that were both exhilarating and liberating. As things escalated, I felt the boundaries of our playful game blur. We explored new heights of pleasure together, laughter mingling with soft moans as we lost ourselves in the shared experience. Each touch and kiss brought forth waves of sensation, and I found myself completely enraptured in the moment. Time seemed to slip away as we danced together in this unexpected adventure. Jake's encouraging gaze fueled my confidence, and I reveled in the thrill of this forbidden night. It felt unreal, like a wild fantasy come to life. The passion deepened, and I was swept away by a whirlwind of ecstasy. Then, as if lost in unison, we found our rhythm, a beautiful choreography of bodies intertwined with an electric energy that ignited the air. Each of us surrendered to the experience, exploring one another without hesitation or reservation. With every breath, everything felt heightened. The boundaries of reality dissolved, and we were left in a moment that felt lifted from a dream. I gave in to the sensations, enveloped in pleasure, desire swirling around every inch of my body. Eventually, as the night wore on, the energy shifted into something more intimate. We settled into a comfortable silence, occasionally exchanging kisses and soft touches, each of us breathless and fulfilled. The experience had drawn us closer, weaving a thread of shared secrets and desires that would change everything. As I lay there sandwiched between Jake and Ryan, I couldn't help but smile at the wild turn of events. I glanced at Jake, who had a proud grin on his face, while Ryan and Derek whispered quietly to each other, the playful energy still lingering in the air. Who would have thought a simple game would lead to this? I chuckled, feeling elated and liberated. Jake chuckled softly. Just goes to show that sometimes the best nights are the ones we least expect. It was true. The thrill of unexpected surprises had transformed an ordinary evening into an unforgettable memory. The air was thick with satisfaction, and I reveled in the excitement of what the future might hold. As the night deepened, we shared stories, laughter, and lingering touches, the bond between us evolving into something richer and deeper. I sensed that this night would remain forever etched in my mind a chapter filled with passion and adventure that would follow me into the future. Finally, as we drifted into a peaceful slumber, I felt an overwhelming sense of gratitude. I lay between the warmth of three incredible men, knowing that our lives had intertwined in a way that was both unexpected and beautifully thrilling. None of us would forget that night, a moment of daring exploration that changed everything, igniting passions we never knew existed.